National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's up to about the 37. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stephens. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he's got some space here. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Nwangu. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Handoff right side, Nwangu. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Hurts sets up to throw it. Buying time to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Butker's kick here is good. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. On second down, it's Moore. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that, because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'll be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. They go play action here on first down. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this, because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On second down now, it's Moore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kyle Duggar in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Boy, that's some kind of effort. When he caught it, I doubted if he could get there. Knew it was going to be close, but credit him. Really good effort.
How about the rack on that play, the run after catch? But most of the time we think of it as just being an open field and picking up yardage. Sometimes you have to be real physical in order to gain the yardage you need for a first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On 1st down, Moore. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Rondale Moore with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Now a give running right, Nwangu looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Hurts. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the give is Nwangu. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So this CD, obviously such a big game, and we'll continue to talk about its importance as we go on. I thought it was interesting. This head coach in his weekly media availability, he was asked who he would lean on in a game like this, and he said it was all about the veterans.
And Brandon, I like his approach because he's obviously thought about this, right? Who can get me not just through this game, but through the rest of the season? And he looks to his veterans. They've been around the team. They can guide everyone and let them know the importance of winning this one. But also, how do we attack what's left in the season and get us ready for what we hope is going to be some postseason play?
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Another run now for Nwangu. And some room to maneuver. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. 132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Crusaders have regained the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
2nd and 3. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run on 1st down. Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moore. And some space here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Broncos! Matt Breida, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to Nwangu. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Nwangu. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give running left is Nwangu, and he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On 1st down, Moore. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Tackle made there by Budda Baker. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 113 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moore, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Rondale Moore
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Broncos are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Hamler now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On the move to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So this one will wind up a Denver victory as